Welcome to our last member call of the year.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
By the way, this is it. We're not going to be here next Thursday. We're going to take next Thursday off, sort of, as much as we can. But that's been one of the discussions that we've been having amongst ourselves a lot recently is, you know, putting our heads down and doing what we do best. Because we all know what to do, kind of thing. And I know you have some topics today that this is all going to make sense
Today's
in a
special.
minute. Today is
This is
special.
this is a different Thursday call.
Not just because yesterday was your birthday.
Oh my
Just
gosh,
kidding.
we can't let that go.
I know, I'm sorry. I love birthdays. When it's my birthday, it's a birth month. He's like, can I just have a birth hour?
Yes, a birth hour.
Exactly.
Exactly what I want.
Okay.
We are going to talk about 2025 because there's a ton of data, year-end data coming out on the real estate industry. And we already knew this, but now it's data driven about what's going to happen in 2025. Everybody's moving. Everybody's moving out of cities. A normal percentage of people, and Jill's going to give away some property here in just a minute, and then we'll get into this. But here's just the prelude. Mm-hmm. It's normal for 10% of the population to move every year. This year it was 22%.
That's
and we know we have so much data about where they're moving from, where they're moving to, and how incredibly unaffordable housing is. It's now almost 100% of the housing out there where there's enough data to actually measure these things is not affordable. People are moving out of urban areas, period, which is great. This is a business we're in, to buy and sell rural properties. So Jill, go ahead.
Exactly. What am I doing? Reading questions or things? Or doing
scroll down here.
I get that. I get it. Wait. Are you actually giving me your mouse at your desk?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that was ever an option.
Actually, happily.
That was the first time that's ever happened. And so
you haven't lived until you've shared a computer with your spouse.
Yes. I've never been able to have my own mouse here. This is really big. Okay. It's my birthday now. So for anyone that's catching us out in other areas, like I'll just say real quick too, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, we're going to be here for just a few minutes. I'm Jill DeWitt. This is Steve and Jack Vitala. We are Land Academy, and we like to open up. We're still doing this for a little bit, opening up the first few minutes of our member call that we have with our community to you, just to get to know us a little bit, hear what's going on in the industry, and provide a little help and aid there. And then we're going to close her up after Jack and I cover some stuff. So glad you're here. All right. So, not that slide. The question. So the question of the week today is from Lauren L. She wrote, okay, I've heard on social media that Jack talks about milk and land. What the heck is this milk analogy and real estate? I've even Googled it and I can't figure it out. How exactly is milk like land? That's awesome, Lauren. He will explain. I love this.
We are in the real estate business, all of us on this call, and we are price obsessed. And so if you've been in the real estate industry, what I would call like in a regular way, maybe you're a real estate agent, maybe you're an investor, maybe you're part of another group on the internet that buys and sells property, or that at least they talk about it. Maybe you've owned mobile home parks. Until you get to Land Academy, you don't know about sending out mail, and at about 20% of actual retail value in the case of land, and it's closer to 40 or 50, maybe 60 or 70% in the case of houses. And everybody freaks out. The initial visceral response of everybody is, why would anyone sell their property for that? Well, the fact is we're price obsessed, and they're not. They don't care. They inherited a piece of property. They had a life change. They just want to convert it to cash. And converting it to $20,000 versus $40,000, they don't care. Mm-hmm. It's impossible for us, Jill and I, to communicate this sentiment effectively until you send out the mail and somebody calls you and says, oh yeah, I'll happily send you I'd love to sell my $100,000 property to you for 20 grand. What do I do next? Where do I sign? How fast can we get it done? So that's when it sinks in. And then there's no more questions about pricing. So if you read between the lines of about 50 to 70% of the questions that we get from everyone, regardless of experience and where they come from, it's about prices. So I came up with this milk analogy. You have three places to buy a gallon of milk. Walmart or Costco, going to be the cheapest for sure. We all know that. The grocery store, a little more expensive than Walmart and Costco, but a little bit more convenient. And then finally, a convenience store right down the block, where it's twice what you would probably pay even at a grocery store. But we don't walk into that convenience store and blow our tops and say, this is the most outrageous thing I've ever seen. It costs this much money to buy a gallon of milk. I can get it at Walmart, because everybody's, you know what they're going to say?
Go to Walmart.
You're welcome to go to Walmart.
Yeah.
We accept the fact that stuff costs more for convenience. And that's the same thought process. And it's not even conscious, it's subconscious on the part of a seller. There's a bunch of stuff in my garage I'd probably sell for $20 right now. It's without, I paid hundreds of dollars for, just because I don't care. I'm over it. So I I made this stock for some
It's
reason.
really good.
A lot
No,
of
I
years
like
ago,
it.
I came up with this.
But I hope you all agree, and I hope you let's see here that makes sense. It's like, wait a minute, Jill. So you're going to give me cash in about 10 days, and this is the price, and I do absolutely nothing, and you're going to pay the closing costs? Uh-huh. Okay, let's go. That's it.
It's if you catch.
You mean I could probably get an agent? Uh-huh. Yeah, you could. And I could get, uh-huh. And how long is that going to take? And what's the commission? And do you want to wait? You just told me to, oh, yeah, you're right. You know what? No, I can't. I don't want to wait. I don't want to risk it. I'm not going to wait 6 months. I don't know an agent. And yeah, I bet you're right. An agent probably wouldn't get excited about whatever price. And, let's do this.
This is a great prelude to what I'm going to talk about before we look at your deals and things like that. By the way, if you're a member, please post your deals in the Q&A.
Yep.
And sometimes it's real heavy questions. Sometimes it's not as heavy. The earlier you can post the questions, would you do this deal and all that?
Yep.
The better it is for Jill and I to gauge how much time we should spend and which we should work on. This question is a fantastic prelude to what I want to talk about today. No one, and I mean 98% of the populated markets or MSAs, let's just call them markets, it's counties actually, cannot afford to live in the houses that they live in. Interest rates have gone up. 3-1 and 5-1 mortgages are kicking in, and mortgage rates are staying up. They're not. And so we're going to see it just in a few minutes here. I'm backing this up by data now. I knew this was happening. I just didn't know how acute at the end of the year it is now. What this means, and this is the takeaway from all of today, people are going to sell their houses. People are going to sell their land. They can't afford it anymore.
Yeah.
And we're going to buy it. That means that a regular 10,000 unit mailer a couple of years ago, you'd have gotten 2 or 3 real serious sellers. Whether or not you do the deals, that's up to you. Those numbers are really going to change. Everything will be for sale next year. I see this going well into 26, probably the entire year, the next 24 months.
I agree.
Milk.
All right, back to the slides. Hey, Jen, we don't have part A. We only have continued. So if you want to add in continued, oh, look up.
That's an improvement. Is that our staff? Is that you?
No, I didn't do that. I haven't seen any of these slides yet. So this is great.
He's looking at me anyway.
Yeah.
Looking at you.
Thank you. That was fun. That was a Royal Gorge. If anyone's ever been there in Colorado, it's pretty neat. You can see the train there. We did the train, so you go under and you look up, and then the next day we went over, so you look down, and that was really kind of fun. That's Canyon City.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
All right. The same shirt on.
You do have the same shirt on.
It's the only shirt I own.
Exactly.
You don't take care of me that well, Joe. I need more shirts.
Oh. Yeah, right. So too funny. Yeah, it's a little happy holidays from us. So we won't have the member call next week, but we still will have new versions of the podcast. This is great. Jen, you're on my radar. Jen and Sally. If Sally's here, I owe you both an email about BOG stuff. So
boots on the ground.
Yeah, I want I got them. It's going to be January anyway. So, but I'll keep you posted. Cool. All right. So now it's time. We are giving away a free property. Our team is going to take over. So we did a special 3-day intensive workshop this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And the people that attended all 3 days get to be included in our member call today. And we're going to give away a free property. There's a drawing for one of them. So my team's going to take over here in a minute and grab the screen, and they're going to put up for us a drawing, if you will. And we all get to watch and see live who's going to win the property. I'm excited. Do you need us to do anything, team? Tell us if you need us to do anything.
You can just narrate. That would be perfect.
Okay, we'll happily narrate. All right. So the property, as you can see, it's in New Mexico, Valencia County, corner lot. I was looking these up recently, and I'm going to go with, because we have a member in Land Academy who has made a little side gig about buying and selling these for years, still doing them too. And I'm going to go, they're worth 12. He's listing them right now for like $1,200 to $1,500. So I'm going to say you screw it all up, you get it, you're going to get $1,000 off this
Yeah, that's
property.
good. Great way to look at it.
There you go. I like looking at it like that. Because you might get 1,500, but if you get 1,000, that's even better. That's great too. So I am ready when you are, Erin, if you want to take the wheel. And we're gonna do the deed, by the way. We'll create the deed. My team will reach out to you probably tomorrow or Monday and ask for how you'd like to take title and all that good stuff. And we'll go ahead and get it recorded for you. So that's the scoop.
Can someone just pop in chat and let me know that you can see the wheel right now?
I don't see it right now.
We cannot see it.
Oh, wait, maybe they can.
Oh.
Oh, no. Okay.
Now we do. We had to stop sharing.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, I see the wheel. Okay, cool.
Awesome. And just an FYI, if there was just a first name associated, we made a nickname for you based on your email. So for example, there were 3 first name Jeff. So if your first name is Jeff and your email had something unique in it, that's your name here. So just associate the name with your email.
So you'll know who you are.
Exactly, based on your email. All right, here we go.
This is really cool. Come on. Captain KT, that's obviously the email.
Yeah, we know who this is. So congratulations, you're the winner.
Oh, sweet. All right. Do we know Captain KT is here right now?
Let me see. I don't see them here.
Oh, what? Okay. All right. We did commit that you would just attend all 3 days. You're in the drawing. So, all right. Hopefully you can email Captain KT right now and say you won, get on the call.
I'm sure they will be very excited. They've been talking to our team a bit.
Oh, that's awesome. Yay. Good.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Erin.
Are we back here now?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I put some extra data sources in here. I'm going to actually copy this right in the chat. All of these. These are really, really worth reading all the way through. And then I'm going to talk about it. This first video talks about the concessions that new home builders are giving up, and they're staggering. Most of the concessions that they're giving up, lower interest rates, these are new home builders that are publicly traded, exceed the profit margin of the house. That's how desperate they're getting, and it's only going to get worse. This Adam data report sparked what I wanted to talk about today.
You got to watch that video. It's about 20 minutes and it's phenomenal.
98% of counties around the nation with enough data to analyze are unaffordable.
Wait, let me read that again.
The 3-in-1, I had to read it like 16 times.
Yeah, median price, single family homes and condos, less affordable in the fourth quarter in 98% of counties around the nation. Oh, that's huge.
Yep. This is a graphic that it's an interactive graphic saying where the acuity of the affordability index really is.
Wow.
So I don't want to throw a ton of data at you, but there are gems in here, in a couple of West Coast, specifically in California, which is no surprise. You need to make $400,000 to afford the average house there. Like this. What this means to us is that a disproportionate and twice the amount of people next year are planning to move. And all the data that's provided by Adam and Adam Data and Realtor.com, all the regular sources of data that we take a look at are confirming this mass change in properties that are less, that are more affordable, that cost less.
Yep.
And so I've been saying now for several months that you need to buy below a threshold when it comes to housing. And it certainly has always been that way with land. There's a break point in every market and I'll show you how we just, how I take a look at a break point.
That's in there, Chris, and that he just dropped it in there. It's like the second one down.
Yeah, that's multiple
link.
links. It doesn't look like it's
It's
looks
not
like
just one link. It's like 4 different links there.
This is 85251 Old Town Scottsdale. We always pick on it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think this is the best place to send mail. I know it's not from personal experience, but we just pick on it. So I'm not advocating sending it. These are condos, Jill and I know, and then the prices start at about right here. This is a single family residence at 455, 469, 480. The break point in this market is $500,000. This is where property is the lowest priced rational property is. I'm excluding these because I know they're condos, just because we know this market really well. If you were to send a mailer here, and I would not recommend that, you need to be targeting properties below the break point, or there needs to be something amazing about them. They're in a great location. So this is not always apples to apples, but focus on the lower break point. And if you ran a days on market analysis for that price range, these are rentals. Days on market analysis for that price range, you would see that properties that are priced, like I'm saying, around the break point or below the break point, sell first. These are all condos. Here we go. See?
Yeah.
This is a condo, and then it starts. See this house here?
Look at that.
Below the break point, I would have paid 450. I would have paid around 400 for these, and maybe they did. We don't know. It's even better in more expensive areas, like $800,000 or $900,000 houses.
Actually, that is the sales price, 450.
Right.
Yeah. So, what did the guy pay before that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where you do some digging. Well, I know what we would have done.
That's right. What's unique about 2020, this is always the same. What's unique about 2025 is that circumstances are changing and tons of people are moving and their variable rate mortgages are kicking in. So they're going to be a lot faster to say to Joe, let's just get this over with. I'll take your stupid $400,000 bucks.
Exactly. That's how it goes. It's sad. These are hard conversations too, by the way. I know it. If you've not had that yet, you will. You will talk to a landowner, not just houses, but you will talk to a landowner that said, shucks, I paid $40,000 for this 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Darn, it didn't work out. I'll take your 20. Things like that happen, and they do. So you have to be very sensitive and nice about it and understanding about it. And I will say things, I wish it was different too, but this is a number that makes sense to me, and I'll get you cashed out, and they'll say, thank you. Let's, with a heavy heart, they'll say, thank you. Let's do it.
What this is also doing is forcing everybody into a rental situation too.
Yeah.
If you can't afford it. So if you're a cash buyer, and rents are creeping up as they are, to rents and mortgages always go like this. Next year, I believe that rents will probably go up a little bit. And so it makes it more attractive for a cash buyer, certainly, to rent out SFRs. And those people are the ones who are going to buy the houses from you.
True.
Or you can become a renter yourself.
You're right. It turns full circle sometimes. And they're in an apartment, they can save up some money, and now we can buy a different house that we can afford.
Yep.
That's what happens.
What's cool is you can find out where this is all happening based on data. There's articles like this all over the place. This is just all this came out in December. All of the stuff I'm showing you. That Adam Data article came out just a few hours ago. Where are people moving? It's really surprising. They're moving out of this state and into these really green states.
Alaska. That's interesting.
Population in Wyoming increased 40% last year. So think about that. 30%.
Wow.
Population of Idaho went up 27%, Alabama 26, and on and on and on.
Wow.
And these states, it went down.
Even Maine.
If you really dig into here and read this, one of the points that they make, which I really believe, is that COVID drove a lot of people to these mountain states. And those people are leaving.
Yep.
The weather in the mountain states is rough.
Yep. We can firsthand tell you that's a lot of the recon that we were doing this summer.
Yep.
Up and down the Rockies.
These states are going to see a huge price decline.
Yeah.
These states, you can catch the wave on the way up. There's a lot of things politically that are changing next year too. I predict, as most people do, mortgage rates are going to go down. That's going to cause people to move also, especially if they have a fixed rate mortgage. That's a stretch, but we'll see what happens. A lot of stuff are happening, just a lot of changes. So I could talk about this for quite some time.
And we do.
Bill and I talk about this all day.
All day. I had a call with some career path people this afternoon. And all I said was, we actually talked about that over coffee this morning. And then we talked about that over lunch, this one on lunchtime. This is really what we do.
What's wrong with us?
It is something.
It's boring.
It's really weird.
New listings. This is this week ended December 7th over the week ended December 7th, 2023. So it's what happened. 16%. There's 16% more property listed in 1 week than there was over last year.
What a swing.
Yep.
Look at the swing down to the swing up. That's 45%.
There's almost 20% more properties listed than over last year. That's not an indicator of what's happening. I don't know what is. This is flat. We have not seen median listing prices go down. Watch next week. This will be 10 or 20%.
This tells me, no, sweetie, wait for Thanksgiving. And this tells me, now we're out of here.
There's also 23% more active listings than there were last year. Lots of property is going to change hands, and I hope you get in the middle of a ton of it.
Totally.
Oh, my mortgage rate file left.
That's not it, Fred? Oh. Okay.
The Fed's reduced interest rates, the prime rate, yesterday a quarter point. This is December 12th. We're on the 19th. December 19th. So 6.72%. You would think there would be an immediate reduction. Since I've been alive, the Feds manipulate the interest rates as they have to. When they go down, mortgage rates go down. It seems to be, or it has been historically, a one-to-one relationship. That's just not happening now. I truly don't know why. I believe that we're going to start going down and approach 5%.
That would be lovely.
This is not that long ago. This is in September of this year. Lots of changes next year.
Mhm.
It's going to be, I can't wait.
Oh, I
We're going to
know.
have a blast.
Oh, I'm so excited.
We will be doing reverse deal funding. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Jack and Jill will be hitting you up for
Yes.
money really soon.
We'll be, we will be running out of money probably at the end of January.
It's good. We have some other good things planned for 2025 too, by the way. Stick around. Oh, can you make that big?
Sure.
Let's make that big. That's big enough to talk about for just a moment. Some of you like to take advantage of end of year ways to jumpstart 2025 and offset some of your capital, your gains. I don't say capital gains, just some of your profits in 2024. This is a good way to do it. So between now and the end of the year, you get 10% off of all orders. So, oh, plus, I didn't know there was a special plus here. Everyone who places an order will receive a guaranteed free ticket to a special closed group of 2025 mailer planning with Jack and Jill. Plus, if you order 10,000 or more units, we will do your mailer for you at no additional cost. What does that mean? You're getting concierge service for free.
We've never done anything like this.
We have not done this, and I hadn't seen this slide. I didn't know that's.
I didn't know I was going to do that either.
Okay, it's out there now.
I guess I'm qualified to do this.
Wow. All right, this is huge. You pay for the mail. We do the data pull, scrubbing, pricing, and mailer prep for you. All you need to start is give us the location you want us to mail, to pull, and the criteria. So this is a minimum $6,300 in savings. Holy cow. So if you use concierge or send mail out or plan to, this is the best way to scale your business and get it done. So yeah, pretty much. Wouldn't that be nice? We've never done this before. We may never do it again. Let's see how, they just slid that in there. This is great. Yeah, tie it up for the holidays, prepay, take advantage, and then you can send your stuff out in January if you want to. Holy, and there's their phone number. Give them a call. If you have any questions, call them or email them and say, am I catching this right? I hope you're doing a quick little screenshot on your phone. That's what I would be doing right now. So I can go, okay, I need to sit down and digest this. And I need to get some mail out. Wow. We've never done that. We've never given the concierge away like that.
Right.
This is huge.
I think it's good.
This is really good. So, and I know a lot of you struggle. Like, it's expensive. I don't like doing it. It's expensive. Well, now you don't have if you don't have a reason not to, we'll do the work. Good. Did you know, you didn't know this was in
No.
Okay. I'm glad we heard the slides. Okay, team, let me know if I missed anything else important. Can I go back here just real quick? Is there anything else? Okay, that's normal. That's normal. That's normal. We did that. Oh, BOG. We know about that. I got a few people in this room right now that working on stuff here. Screenshot that.
Yeah.
I need people. This is Phoenix.
We need boots on the ground in the Arizona,
Arizona.
over the state in Arizona.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you're not, preferably a couple, if you're not a couple, preferably a couple with one of you has some construction background. Some of you can walk in and spot things like, this water heater is going to go and I can tell the roof is going to need some work, stuff like that. You just know, you don't know that, you don't have to know that much more than that, but like down to the penny, but you're going to have an idea what's going on because we will get an inspection, but I want someone to give me immediate feedback right away on the asset because we're going to make some quick decisions on the next steps.
Yeah.
So, and if you're not a couple, that's okay. You do need, I like a team going out there, A, for safety, if you're a woman. And B, it's kind of nice to one looks at the asset, wait, I want to talk to the seller. Because if you're really good at construction, that's great. And you're a guy, but I need you to swoon these couples and let them know, what a great team we are. Because you would be working basically with me. We'd be a team, taking these deals.
We used to
down.
do this back in the day and it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was, as all the things to do it, that was for some reason a lot of fun.
Yep. Totally. And you will get to learn a lot about houses and House Academy and the behind the scenes, what goes on. So if you're interested, send a note to me personally, jill@landacademy.com. I'm not the timeliest right now, but I will get back to you. So now this is my way of telling Jen and Sally, I gotcha. I'll get you. So I have a couple others that I know are not on this call too. All right. Now, ways to connect with us. Okay, good. Thank you. More about offers to owners. And I guess that's it. Now is it time to close her up and get to our questions?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. If you're watching elsewhere, and for our members, we're going to pivot now to just you all and our closed group and start looking at your deals. And Jen hopefully put down the other part. There, if you scroll down, find Jen's part A. There's part A. Right? Is part A, Jen, the stock